following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Here we go, making Billy on. What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Black Card, the head honcho off the Top Roast podcast. Yeah, I'm back in the building with it, man. I've been incapacitated for the last 3 days with a stomach virus, so that's why my ass has been, kind of irresponsive for the last few days. But greatly appreciate one, send me condolences and stuff like that. But I'm fine. But we in this bitch today. This is my turn. This is episode 21 of Commission Talks. We did 20 episodes. God fucking damn it. Look how much that we've grown since thus far. Do us a favor. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe, notifications bell. Stay up to date with all the content that we have here for OTTR, as well as our fellow partners, the 1130 podcast and the Buzzing with Marlo podcast as well. As for us here, we still in the midst of season 5. We're halfway done, going towards a season finale show sometime next month. So y'all definitely want to stay in tune for what the hell we got in store. Y'all know the deal, all the shit like that. Make sure you cop yourself some merch. Bonfire.com/store/Off the Top Rules Podcast. Also, the secondary store at teesprings.com as well. You can type in Off the Top Ropes Podcast in the search engine. You'll find our collector store from there. And also, don't forget to copy yourself some slides. Spring is here, but summer is still right around the fucking corner. Why go make sure that you get yourself some style, get yourself some swag not for yourself, but for someone that close to you, someone that you may just want to just do some nice clothes shopping for. Also, don't forget, we got the neck gaiters out as well, different cameo colors as well, all available on decoslides.com. And last but not least, a few more things. Last but not least, help us get the rest of us. Donate. Whatever that you can, we greatly appreciate at our GoFundMe available right now to get us a Black Wrestle Fest. And also a big shout out to IWN, the Independent Wrestling Network. We're going to be coming on their app coming real soon. You'll see the whole mob now on your available app. So now it'll be available for all mobile devices coming soon. Honestly, man, I can't wait for that joint. But without further ado, introduce this week's everyday lineup. Every commission lineup you already know from the 1130 pod, Mr. Dre on wheels. And last but not least, my boy from down south of Jacksonville, perhaps, Mr. Buzzing with Marlo himself, Mr. Warren.
What up?
What up? What's going on?
What's happening with y'all?
Hey, man.
Doing good. Doing better this week. Yes. I'm ready.
That's like a holiday now, right? Commission Day.
It's a holiday?
Every Wednesday or Thursday is a holiday for commission.
Every Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe even a Friday. There we go. Welcome to Commission Day.
Hey, that's what's up.
Well, hashtag Commission Day, folks. So, boys, we got a few topics that we can talk about the duration of the last 6 days. I guess you want to try to include the 6 days. So we're going to start things off with the Battle of the Belts fallout. So as you guys know, AEW's Battle of the Belts little TV special was on Saturday this past week. The lineup was for the TNT title was Scorpio Sky defending against Sammy Guevara. We got Johnny Grayson taking on Mr. Castle for the Ring of Honor title. And then we had Thunder Rosa, which was the main event, taking on Nyla Rose for the AEW title. So just to get into short midst of it, Thunder Rosa retained, but the main event was kind of like cut short because it took a little longer than expected. But I can't blame that. I gotta blame the opening matchup, which was for the TNT title, which some people got a lot of this heat for Sammy right now. And to really be honest with you guys, I don't like Sammy no more. I think he outstayed his face turn welcome.
Breaking news.
He outstayed his face turn welcome, and pretty much now with the whole Tay Conti now on his right arm, this totally feels like a Triple H and Stephanie McMahon feel, and now people don't like what they're seeing. So AEW is being smart by utilizing that and turning him heel as the event goes on. as the events go on. Excuse me, let me totally clarify myself. Jordan Gracio's match, I mean, it was technical as it could be for someone like him. Haven't really gotten to watch too many of his matches in the past, but to be able to see him now on the bigger television scale, it does wonders for black athletes or black wrestlers everywhere. Just him for staying the course, him proving that he could be for his size, for his build, he got technical prowess to his resume. And definitely he caught my attention when it came to that match. The main event was good, except they ran out of time. And I didn't think that they was trying to stretch out more money by adding a couple more spots. So I think that's why they ended the way that it did. But Thunder Rosa got her first successful title defense. We're gonna find out who else is next. But yeah, fuck Sammy. Squishy, you'll get mad at me for saying that, but you can't say Sammy. You can't say Sammy Guevara this time around. And Tay Conti is just adding more fuel to the fire. And can we just be honest before
they didn't really tell a story with that either.
Now I'm gonna just get to the bottom of I think the reason why people hate Sammy so much, not because of the fact that he's being pushed down our throats now, but because of Tay Conti being there. Now you give the male demographic pissed off at you because some of them can't back a woman like you did. And you got a girl who's also a wrestler on top of that as well, and she can do some freaky shit behind closed doors. Certain simps will love that type of shit. And because of this, you see the fans turning their back on Sammy. And who else does this remind you of? Who got pissed off to the point where they got booed so hard that they had no other choice but to turn into a heel? The Rock. Back in 97, where the Attitude Era started taking this miss and started to have a change of elements to it. People didn't like the squeaky face, clean. I'm gonna give him my belt. Bah! That's exactly what the fuck Sammy did. They utilized this shit to a T, except the catalyst was Tay Conti and the situation behind the scenes, and they brought it on camera that they knew he's gonna get heat. So Sammy, you're doing a great job at it. Be the little douchebag son of a bitch that I'd like to throw a brick at, and the next time that you come up to Boston, and Tay Conti, please learn some better English. That's all I gotta say about it.
I'm gonna go first. First of all, shout out to Babe who stopped past and with the shout out to you. Second of all, this whole Sammy Guevara thing right here, yeah, he got a whole lot of heat, and I knew once he lost, I was like, very surprising because Scorpio Sky didn't get a long championship reign. He just became TNT champion. A couple of weeks ago or whatever, and he was like unbeaten for a whole year. So to lose the belt right back to Sammy, it was kind of like, And then Blackheart got a point with the whole Tay Conti stuff, but I'm really not tripping about it. But I think he got the heat with the heat with Sammy is because when Ring of Honor was just jumping off, he brought out his then girlfriend or then fiance, then proposed to her. That went south. So now you got a new girl. Now you're supposed to be like, but nobody really cares. I mean, she ain't really doing much with her, and too much people don't really care about her at the moment. So I think that is just fuel to the fire too of how they did Scorpio Sky also too. The opening matchup and losing it was stupid.
But but the difference is he got heat on him now, but you see the crowd is starting to shift.
Yeah,
starting to shift back towards Scorpio, Ethan, and Dan now. Yeah, that you see the male demographic is starting to get behind the heel that's forcing them to turn face. You're slowly doing a double turn at the same time between the two groups.
Yeah, and I don't think they initially was thinking of doing the double turn. It just suddenly just happened.
Just happened.
Because everyone was behind Scorpio Scott. It was like, okay, like he got an undefeated streak. He's with Ethan Page. He's doing this little thing with what they got going on. But people were behind Scorpio Scott. It's like, okay, let's see what he do. But then it was like, really? And that's what was like, boom, a double turn was instant. It was instant. And when he came out on Dynamite, That's where it was like, okay, now Sammy is the heel now because they booed him.
Not always.
I mean, what do you think, Warren?
Not always. I mean, look at past those wrestlers that have been booed and were your baby faces. Cody is another example.
You're right.
These are guys,
Could have just been the town they were
in
in.
my opinion, Scorpio Sky babyface. Yeah, it is. I mean, I remember when Kevin Owens backstabbed Sami Zayn and the fans were going AWOL for like, yay, thank you, do it again, but still cheering on Sammy. Like that was just so weird to me. But here's my thing, Ethan, I don't see as a babyface at all, and
Mm-hmm.
especially with Dan Lambert as their manager, I don't see them as a full-on babyface persona. I think maybe in split areas, or it's just, hey, we're gonna cheer on whoever Sammy goes against. We're gonna cheer whoever he's facing. We're gonna cheer for that guy. And and I do like what Shiz referenced with The Rock on it. I was thinking Bret Hart because Bret Hart
Nah,
never wanted to ever turn
nah.
heel.
Because Brett had a reason to go heel because you see the environment of the audience was changing
Yeah,
on
but what
him.
I'm saying, but he didn't want to go heel.
I mean, he didn't, but he really had no other choice at that time period. This one right
That's what I'm
here,
seeing this one.
yeah, but this one, all right, but this one was more of an organic. Like, okay, you can tell, like, okay, compared to Sammy and Darby, why the reason why people would never boo Darby?
Yeah. I mean,
Why?
Everybody's
Because
behind
he's
they
Darby.
love
because
him.
he's a true die baby face that you can't see him ever turning into a big bad heel, especially
Yeah,
when you have Sting around him anyway.
yeah, he's
And
kind
Sting's
of
been one
Yeah.
of the greatest baby faces of any for the last 100 years
Right.
yeah.
of professional wrestling.
But what I'm saying is with like Dan Lambert, can you really turn somebody a babyface with Dan Lambert?
I mean, Dan Lemon doesn't really have to be there all the time. I think it's really Scorpio because, like you said earlier, people got behind Scorpio as being TNT champion, but then they see how the fuck did they drop the ball within a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Bro, what the fuck are you doing? We don't want to see Sammy after TNT champion. Why are you giving the belt back to him? You're forcing shit back. Yeah, back down our fucking throats.
Unless
Same way how we have with
unless
Roman
there's a good
Reigns for the
story
last several
behind
fucking
it,
years.
it's just wishy washy. Like that's just my honest opinion. If there's gonna be a good story behind this, and this story makes Scorpio Sky look like the new babyface of the year, maybe this is a good choice, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, I we've seen what past storytelling has been going on with this, and my main thing is when we talk about Sammy Guevara and stuff. How do you think guys like Cody Rhodes and Chris Jericho done? Because they sat here and neutered this guy to be the big baby face coming up. Like really, they had built Sammy Guevara to stand out of Chris Jericho's faction. I mean, the matches that he had with Cody Rhodes, it looked like he was teasing to be the new big baby face. Like we talk about Darby Allin. Like we were sitting here talking about Sammy Guevara for a little bit as well because we sat here and said numerous times with the faction with the inner circle. I almost forgot their name almost. With the inner circle, the biggest person that was going to stand out of that whole faction was Sammy Guevara. Now, look at this. Now it's like, what are we going to do? Like, dude, did you really have to propose to that girl and it not work? And then think, hey, we can just put Tay onto this channel and not have a story with it and it work? No, this is not AEW Total Division. like, I mean, come on, man.
Fuck me.
Especially if we already got all this nonsense going on with a bunch of celebrities. You think this shit's gonna go over?
Motherfucker.
Crazy.
I'm drinking my hating juice now.
You happy now, bitch?
You happy now, bitch?
I think that's the best way to put it, though, man. It's like literally, it's like y'all messed up a big angled storyline because of personal interest. Because if
Someone
you
just can't keep his dick in his pants. That, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's what fucked this whole shit up.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And you
all
know
Tay had to
that's
say.
true, because
All Tay
why?
had to say.
Males and males had that natural fucking habitat.
Why do you think she got released from NXT?
You heard me? Nah, I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying, like, why do you think she got released from NXT?
KB, what up?
A
KB
lot of bad
Oh,
backlash
Tyler's
in the
in the
backstage
Tyler
area.
Starks is in the building with us today too. Yeah, Tyler, you heard me. What the fuck I just said? What is the male instinct of basically when it comes to women? That's the only reason why the Sammy is getting booed right now. He couldn't keep his dick in his pants, and that's this is the punishment from the fans.
Hey, that's the best way.
So
I
get
mean,
mad all the fucking
that's
you
the best way
want,
to say
but
it.
at the end of the fucking day, you know what time it is when it comes to situations like that, especially in the sexual department. But if you really want to say something, he traded up. He upgraded. So technically, I can't be mad. But how
that boy went from a Mitsubishi to a Ferrari.
Listen, it's how he did it. Though it makes
yeah,
it
it's pretty shady. Yeah, it's pretty shady.
Like, that's like you'll say like that's on like some real like low down dog shit.
I think he saw it as because he knows his blog on YouTube's very popular. Like, oh, people would get behind Tay being by his side. I'm thinking that's what the mindset they were doing with this.
Ooh. So you're proving my point. Only reason why the Tay Conti is with him so she can try to get the fucking head to in her wrestling fucking career. You prove my fucking point. So
how many times have we said something like that before? How many times have we said
that? Because there was someone long ago that came on that was on the YouTube channel, and he made a comment of what I said about Tay Conti and Sammy Guevara when it first happened. He's like, that's disrespectful. I'm like, why? Like, didn't you trade up? Or would you
really
bro.
did?
She using him.
Technically and technicality wise.
They both.
So we're making it sound like Tay is the not as rich Stephanie McMahon now. Is that what we're trying to say?
No, I think no. The issue was if you're gonna pull a dog move like that, be discreet with it. Don't
make it. Yeah.
Like, okay, all right. Here's another example. Kyrie Irving, when he was in Boston, I mean, when he was on the last year of the Boston Celtics, when he did the whole press, like, I want to be here if y'all want me here. But then during the midst of the season, you already give signs that you want to be here.
Oh, what's he referencing?
Basically, what the fuck I'm saying is, you douchebag, don't say one thing and then you do another fucking thing.
Oh, I was talking about his comment.
It's common sense. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, man. We gotta get our shit together.
Yep.
Like, it's easy. If you want to be with a girl, just tell her, yo, I want to be with you. Bye. Call it
hey,
quick.
man, how y'all think Tony's feeling about these storylines and stuff? Like, he's already had something angled in for so long, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, all right, now y'all just shitted on that. All right, Sammy, guess what?
Nah,
Take the
I think
backlash.
it was reverse. I think he was gonna get too much attention from her, but you
No, it
have
was reverse.
like Tay
It was
Conti
reverse.
on the other hand, and that's why I said the whole upgrade part.
It
So
was reverse,
basically,
Bubba.
like I said, he upgraded to where people are talking about him again. People do listen.
He went from a little Beetle to a grand truck.
Okay, but how many?
Of
people
course,
can
she's
make
gonna
IG
say that,
stories
man. That's
up
the
and-
cover up.
Yeah, but how many people can make IG
That's the
stories
cover
up
up,
and then
bro.
make it seem like it's real?
Watch the next 4 to 5 years, maybe 8 years, if AEW is still going on.
A Tay gets pregnant with a baby. That's when you know that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's when you know child support is gonna come into play, and the courts is gonna come into play, and us men, we know that. Dre, don't let that be you up there.
No, it ain't, man. It ain't. Not at all. Not at all. I'm sitting here like, okay. All right, man.
And Dre's like, no, not mine.
Punk bitch.
You need to play that no video. No, you go.
We're not.
Mind your business. Mind your business. Bye bye.
I'm not going to feed into your ego today, Warren. So the next topic that we got. So I don't know if people have actually heard about this, but this been a Time Warner merger going on with Discovery, and yes, this is sort of looking like WCW 2000 all over again, folks. So you know how Warner Brothers is the parent company of majority of all the programs that we watch, including AEW, including the parent company of TNT and TBS. So now with this being part into my, are we going to see a shift happening within the content of AEW, how the storyline is projected, less blood? Are we looking at a metamorphosis with the AEW atmosphere? So the key question is AEW in jeopardy with the new Time Warner and Discovery merger?
Man, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say,
I mean, well, technically, I'm gonna just say this, folks. I don't need to say anything because I said this before on last week's episode, so you can get my take from there. But affirmatively, it could be a good thing or a bad thing, but let's not pull so every bitch out your ass and it's sagging in the ratings that gives them more alternative reason for them to take you off the air.
Yep. And you were just about to say, you said what I was just about to say. It could be a good thing.
I'm sorry.
And no, you good. It could be a good thing and a bad thing because AEW, right? AEW is TV 14, so they do a lot of cussing and they do a lot of the bloods and the guts and stuff like that. But versus when a good thing where like Warren just said, the exposure,
Tyler.
more ads and stuff like that, and more stuff like that. But I don't know. We can see. I don't know.
Wait, Dre, hold on a second. Tyler, you might want to be careful about what you wish for, bro. Just because you already gave me that first reminder, so thank you for doing that. Sorry, Dre.
Oh, I just read it.
No, you good.
No, that's my man Tyler Starks, and he got pissed off when I redubbed him that name, and he doesn't like it. And he told me to pray I don't find an intro for him by tomorrow night's episode, which technically I already did.
Now I don't think they definitely in jeopardy. I just want to see how it play out, though. With we all seen what happened with the AOL and the TED.
Yes, KB. And like KB said it best. He would have got his ass involved in that alimony. Maybe would have been fucked up. See, Tyler, man, you messed up. I'm pulling your string, man. But more importantly, just embrace it.
And if you ain't a hoe, get up on my trap house. I've been selling cracks since like the 5th grade.
What the?
I'm telling my guy just embrace his new name, but he doesn't like his new name.
It's called Swaggy Joe. Swaggy Joe.
Joe with the swag.
Joe.
Go ahead. What's your point? Go ahead with your point.
Hey,
why the fuck are you dying over there in the fucking corner for?
Oh man, the Discovery thing I think is good. I mean, like you said, it's exposure and stuff like that. But yeah, the storylines are down. The objects
Tyler, could you stop that out? Okay, Tyler, please don't give me this fucking face. Just own up to it. Who gives a shit? Okay. E Dukes is E Dukes for a fucking reason. Uncle Fats is the biggest motherfucker in the goddamn fucking group. I think when you meet him, you'll be like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, I know. Dude, it's just a nickname. Who gives you shit? Okay? You're Tyler the Great everywhere the fuck else. Well, we on the pod, you are Tyler fucking Starks.
Tyler Starks.
Right. It's like Tony Starks from Marvel.
Hey, don't take that offensive. That's a good thing.
I'm not, but he is. He's saying never.
Hey, he's young. That's a young buck.
Up, man. Just slowly just deal with it. I mean, okay, fine. It's gonna take time for you to get used to it. Okay. Now I know nicknames is kind of hard. You gotta wedge your way into this. You gotta wedge your way into this shit. But dude, just fucking just embrace it, man. Believe me, and then you'll be like, oh shit, I'm tired of fucking stars. That's it. Just own up to it.
Might get a Marvel deal. Because I'm a Ricky Starks fan, bro, but I ain't accepting that.
So why the hell are we this upset? Just accept it. just please, just accept it. That's all I'm asking. From the bottom of my heart, Tyler, just please, just accept it.
Right.
But
Hey, but the
Warren,
Discovery thing, I mean,
before you got cut off.
nah, about the Discovery thing, like I said, it gives them another platform. It gives them more eyes on the product, like how we sit here and put on social media as these hashtags. That's how people gets in these visuals to finding your content. Um, but yeah, they're gonna start getting that realization of like how it is with when they run with WWE with these storylines and stuff like that. I think they're gonna start falling into that enemy prospect as well because now they're gonna have to be like, hey man, we got to least curse, try to figure out a little bit of stuff that makes sense, but not be too abrasive and stuff like that. So it's just like you got to watch out.
Oh man, King.
Oh, shucky, ducky, quack, quack.
that
ain't a lie either.
Oh shit.
He plays the song "Stronger" while
Tyler,
he's
we're
doing
gonna see tomorrow night, sir.
it.
Oh no.
The song "Stronger" comes out right after that.
No. Work it, baby. Faster, stronger.
But I definitely think this is,
Run away from a prenup.
definitely could be a bad thing. But this could be definitely a good thing for AEW, and they can get on, streaming platforms
It is a
and
good
stuff
thing.
like this.
But then again, as Tyler was saying earlier, that was because of that Discovery merger, because they are based in India. That's how they brought in that Mr. Singh guy from the other day. And now they're trying to open up the India market when it comes to them in AEW, which I think that's a pretty persuasive thing to do. I mean, India is basically the highest wrestling fan base in the fucking world. Second to us.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, dude, listen, a lot of people from India listening to wrestling podcasts is just like ours. Check your analytics out. Believe me, there's a lot of them for me that I started really realizing, my bro, this is the reason why we can't have any more of our stuff kind of partially blocked, because they can't go to the other countries. They need that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I started to realize that, and I'm like, yo, dude, and then you see, they start wondering why Vince McMahon wanted that blood money, because he knew it too. He's smart, and we all criticize
growing the brand.
but there's reasons why we criticize him for that move.
But here's the thing: are we going to criticize AEW for the same move?
Well, that's only if they actually go over there and actually do a show for 10 years.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that going to be the same type of criticism, or is just because hey, it's something new?
Well, it would be lighter because WWE had broken up the door and done it first.
Yeah.
So when they done it first, you just gave carte blanche for any other company to say, hey, you see what fucking we can do. Fuck what anyone else got to fucking think. It's on you.
That's how I've always thought it. That's why WWE has grown so much, is because they are not just in the United States. That's why wrestling is so crazy overseas, man. So crazy overseas, especially India. India, they eat, sleep, and live wrestling.
Yes,
they could out there,
man. They real big fans over there.
Big fans out there, bro. If they find out you're a wrestler or something like that, man, they feel like they just met Superman or something like that.
I gotta give a round of a fucking applause to them, because, like I said, at the very beginning of this podcast here and shit, they were
they're the first ones to listen. Yeah,
up for me. That's why I was like, I kind of, you know what I'm saying, took a step back. Like, yo, the home base people, y'all motherfuckers ain't shit. It's the people that's outside the countries like Canada and shit like that rock with your shit on dead fucking dogs. And that's what I said to myself.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah, people in the US, man, like,
it be the outside people who
want
to
wrestling's like soccer to them in India, man. That is super.
If they see you with a shirt on, they probably stop you and have a whole conversation about,
Oh yeah. We might not understand what they're saying, but yeah.
Canadians definitely, they love their wrestling
shout out to
too.
him. Check out all his videos and content on his channel for any updated UFC fights, predictions, recaps, and all the stuff that you can find UFC wise here for K's my IQ. So shout out to you, man. You know the deal is.
Shout out. Oh
But
boy.
yeah, man. But big ups to India, man, because without y'all, I think wrestling would have died quicker than expected.
Yeah. I mean, if wrestling doesn't last long in the U.S., it would definitely grow out there, hands
My
down.
point exactly.
International.
Definitely. I mean, wrestling internationally, the styles that wrestling is now would go so much overseas because that's all they really are familiar with. New Japan. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy that style of matches now are coming into the United States. It's
And
just,
that's gonna open up the market for other countries like
yep.
Canada, for instance, for AEW to open up the
I
market
mean,
for them too. So
I mean,
now
thinking
when
of like the
AEW start
NFL.
doing the global
NFL
shit
now going to
themselves,
London.
they're gonna have
NFL
to
going
keep
to London
expanding to
now.
the
It's
point where they
branched
have to
out to
become
more than just
like an
American sport.
IPO company.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
eventually,
it's
this
any
whole
sport
indie
now.
style of wrestling, eventually, it can still be the lifeblood of the company. But years down the line, where another country will be like, well, we don't want the style stuff on our television. Are
Hmm.
you willing to change the formula to accommodate that?
Yep.
Otherwise, you're going to lose out on a good portion of that country that was your fan base.
I think that's why wrestling's changed again now because we went from that slow pace gimmick wrestling. I will say that with a
And
headline
I would say
gimmick wrestling.
India, Saudi Arabia, and I would say like the UK got to
Those
be
matches have been
also.
really slow. If you watch those matches in Saudi Arabia, those matches go really slow paced. The only match I thought really went really fast was what's the guy that's from there? I cannot remember his
Which
name.
Yeah,
one?
but
The one that has the Majin Buu thing logo.
Mansoor,
Mansoor. His
yeah,
matches, which they're really good, but they're really fast paced. Like that was
yeah,
really the only matches that I noticed that were like so
yeah.
super quick.
India, and Saudi Arabia
Yeah,
for the last
exactly,
couple of
King. I
years
agree. The strong style.
Yeah.
has been a supermarket, but also the UK is also a big market for wrestling. Also,
But
KB, but
UK's
here's
a
the thing
slower
about
paced wrestling. They're
go
based
ahead.
off of gimmicks.
Yeah, but
They're
KB,
completely
to
based
that
off of
comment
old
right
school
there.
wrestling.
If you expect AEW to be trying to grow within and trying to live a long time, I mean like longer than
You
seven
gotta bite the
fucking
bullet,
years,
bro.
you're gonna need to form some partnerships that is gonna be discredited towards that company. But then again, it's gonna be another source of
You,
income to bring
you,
in newer
you
stars or to resign them, whatever. You need a
it's a
source of
business.
income in order for you to pay production, to pay the TV deals, to pay these wrestlers, the referees, everything from the crew. God knows, and then rent it out the arena. It takes a lot just to even be booking, so we can't really determine that.
Man, people know how
First
much it
though,
is to
but I mean,
afford a
but like I
venue.
said, man, I'm gonna give it time. I'm gonna give it time for that one though.
So what kind of venue are they looking at doing when they do shows like out in that area and stuff like that?
I mean, it's gonna have to be some indoor ones, some indoor. Some of them are definitely outdoor ones, but it's going to depend on the weather, the location, and all this other stuff can
Yeah.
all be accumulated to them choices. At the end of the day, but yeah, but definitely if you get an indoor arena, you can sell. I mean, you can fit
Hmm.
maybe 60 to 80,000 people.
That's what
Outdoor,
I was
maybe
thinking.
even
Yeah.
more than like little like 90, close to 100.
Yeah. I could see
Depending
them being
on
more
where
of an
it is.
outdoor show. I could see
Right.
it being an
You know what I'm saying?
outdoor
Depending
show.
on where it is.
I mean,
So before we get too deep into this, we got this AEW question for y'all. Should AEW and Ring of Honor do a brand split? Now that Tony Khan is running both shows, which he shouldn't be.
no.
It's gonna get a little hectic for him when it comes to the booking and storytelling and making sure everything is run right and up to speed. So I think my question to you guys is: do you think Tony Khan should do a brand split the same way how WWE did it back in 2002,
The
and you mix up
Alliance.
the roster and you try to bring back some of the Ring of Honor people, originals at least that was there before the shutdown had happened?
Hmm.
Do you think that they should do a brand split?
I mean, I think they should. I think Ring of Honor should have its own show, not more, maybe something like a brand split or so. But with the additional Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor, they have a whole lot of talent. I think Rampage should just go ahead and just, they should just knock that out and do something else with it. Obviously, you
Yes,
got
yes, Cage. No,
obviously
actually, we definitely have.
obviously you got other shows as far as Dark and Elevation for the younger talent and other talents to get a
That
win
just
and get
needs to
some
be
work.
on
But
YouTube.
I just that's what I thought one of the the announcement was going to be them bringing back Ring of Honor to TV though, because you got a lot of Ring of Honor guys who are there. I
Well,
seen
so far,
some of them
Dre, they
on
gotta
Impact.
have a TV deal first. So right now, they're just sticking with
That's what I was
YouTube
about to
as
say. Why don't they
and
score a TV deal before they
another
do all this
company. Yeah,
extending?
another TV deal is suffice, and that's what Tony Khan is working on right now.
But wouldn't you want to
And
work the TV
also,
deal
on the
on
same note,
before you
he's trying
sign
to
on?
get the incentives to be able to bring Ring of Honor and stuff to a streaming site like HBO Max soon.
Yeah, but with the
So,
exposure with AEW,
Is
I
that
feel
still
like
guaranteed?
well, more likely it's going to have. Well, it's going to have to be because if you are going to try to get a streaming service to try to accumulate the bigger money in order for you to keep things still rolling and you have a flux of income each and every year, you're going to need to. And you're
But
going to
wouldn't
need
you
a
want to
whole.
score that deal before you do all this growing? Because
I mean,
that's like a little boy cried wolf thing. Like, hey, you can get all these promotions, all these shows, but if you're not scoring that TV deal, what are you gonna do now? Now you literally, it's like a
Warren,
NFL team.
Warren, Ring of Honor has been on television in since when?
I
Ever?
mean, it's been a while. I mean, still,
No,
but do one show a night. Do one show a week.
Yeah, ever. And they're only going to do that on YouTube for right now. Because why? Because it's free and they can make money off that.
So they're doing it flat out just on YouTube.
Over there in light anyway.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
So until when a bigger TV deal comes, or at least like Spike or any other cable network
even
or any
if
lesser network or even a lesser network. Even a lesser network can pick up this shit. Because why? CW has the rights to women of wrestling.
Yeah.
So what's that mean? Any type of excuse for them to not try to have one?
If AEW own Ring of Honor
What's
and
that
stuff
app
like
that has wrestling
network? Technically, Tony Khan owns.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Tony Khan owning Ring of Honor, and Tony Khan owning AEW. Won't they just scrap Rampage and just replace that with Ring of Honor and a better?
That's what I would think. That's what I would think.
Instead of
normally Cage, these mergers take about 10, 11 months, nearly a year to be finalized.
That would be a perfect way to tell a story, though.
Blah, 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 blah. That's when everything takes its full effect.
Hold on. Hey, this would be a way for them to do that brand merger that we're trying to say. Like, you put Ring of Honor on Rampage time.
Brand, well, you already have talent that's already fluctuated as is. You need to.
I mean, make a story out of it. Be like, hey,
it's already bad enough that certain people in AEW hasn't even been seen in months. Now,
I mean, that's half the roster.
Over there. Now, all of a sudden, Brian Cage is over there at Ring of Honor right now.
Actually, I want somebody on the comments. Literally, tell us how many wrestlers that you have seen from the original AEW still on TV now, and don't say the main ones. I'm talking about like. What's her name? Leva Bates and all these people, like the Liberian, all these guys.
I can definitely see them
because you got two different companies that have two different standards and and two different models, so you can have that shit separated, right? And then, especially for the people that's not being utilized right now in AEW, they can get the restart button over there and Ring of Honor 4 right now. Until when Tony Khan probably needs them over there. But if you sign with Ring of Honor right now, you're obligated to do both.
You're obligated, yeah.
In AEW because that's what Khan is doing right now. One of the former members of Shane Taylor Promotions, he signed with AEW, but he made his obligations to Ring of Honor because that's what he's going to primarily be on.
Mm-hmm.
So people got to understand that right now. So if Tony Khan feels like okay, fine, even though this is a stupid thing for him to do, to be able to have full complete power to say, okay, I don't want to sign you next year, so after this year you're done. It's kind of foul, but but at the end of the day, you gotta be able to have the right to sit down with your talent and be like, "Yo, right now we don't have nothing for you right now. If you're willing to stay, we can try to do something. That will be it." And then you give that talent the incentive choice of their own.
I mean, Ring of Honor is the only reason why they signed Brian Cage back.
Well, technically, they held Brian Cage back. Technically, They picked up the
think-
last year of his contract. That's what ended up
Yes.
happening. Otherwise, he would have been gone already. And Vince McMahon would have picked up that motherfucking phone.
No, they
called
would have
that
easily
motherfucker
picked
up,
him
and
up.
brought that motherfucker straight over to WWE. You know that's a fact. And Tony Khan's smart by doing that. This is chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
And at the end of the day, I think this is all. This is also to get them also a streaming platform where they can have their pay-per-views and stuff and everything on their on their paper on the streaming app.
Warren,
Tyler,
man,
you're
you
still
getting hit
naming
with
all the
left and
same
fucking
people,
right,
though.
boy.
Jericho,
You're
all
getting
new
hit,
names.
yo, man. Yeah, man, you get hit with names off the rip because you say, yo, let me know in the comments, and they letting your ass know in the comments.
But it's the same typical ones, though. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm talking about, like, what's the guys' names? Like Joey Janela and all these guys, which we know Joey Janela's left and stuff. But I'm talking about, like, guys that really were that up and coming people. But now we've got Brian Danielson. We got Samoa Joe. We've got CM Punk. We've got all these daggum talents now, the Hardy Boys, all these dudes, and now it's just like, what happened to all these other dudes? What happened? Like, I mean, the question is, since the inner circle stuff split and all that, what's gonna happen with the main all these guys now? Like,
They all became the flavor of the month. You got guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Hunico, the hybrid, 2.0, the hybrid 2.0, whatever the group tag team was called. They was a good tag team. It was a lot of them. You guys mentioned Brian Cage, and I feel like all the new people are taking over all the guys' spot who were, there from the get go.
That's what I'm trying to figure out when we sit here and throw the shade at like WWE for the longest time, because we seen that so much in the past with WWE bookings, but it was bad for them. But since AEW's doing it, it's for good. It's for the good reasons and stuff like that.
And no,
like,
it's not for the good. It's still no matter fuck what. It's still.
But they're having more excuses, but they're like defending that. That's what I'm saying. Like, look at an example.
Which is stupid though, and this is the reason why we call them as a smart.
That's what I'm saying. But since
Okay.
AEW's doing it, it's okay. But if anybody else is doing it, shame on them. That's what
Marks.
They get
It ain't a
offended
lie.
when they defend their favorite
Exactly.
company to a point where they gotta be so delusional to the point where, and some AEW fans are the perfect crime, and we know some AEW fans in some podcast worlds. Wink.
Tyler, Private Party's been really watered down for a while, buddy.
Yeah. Ever since when the Street Profits came out, and then all of a sudden you see that these guys came out too.
It was a bad
you
idea
kinda
from the
figure,
beginning.
like, yeah, this ain't gonna work.
And then
But
with my Hardy ordeal.
I think they might be on the chopping block too.
Oh, they're probably about to get released. I mean, unless they can figure out a new persona, it's not gonna work.
Trust me.
What's up, Alex?
Alex,
what's going
on?
on?
Sir?
That's our boy right there.
That
was definitely an interesting episode.
Jake Evans just left too. Yeah, you caught me on that one.
You said people consistent on TV. That's what I'm saying. Literally, we're only getting a certain amount. The typical ones, the Jurassic Express, all these guys. We're not getting all these other dudes.
Son, you're
Huh?
gonna take off a movie star's son off television. People will go nuts over that shit.
Here's my thing about with Rampage and all that. I think now with Hook now going to Dynamite, what's the reason to watch Rampage?
Technically, for Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, Powerhouse.
Are they getting really good pushes right now?
I mean, technically, the storyline between them, it all revolves around Rampage before they start getting up to Dynamite. I think right now, it's like basically you got to start the way that WWE starts you off, Performance Center, shit like that. Get into NXT level up, then NXT level up to NXT 2.0, NXT 2.0 to the main roster.
I agree with this comment right here, but
basically AEW is Elevation, then Dark, then Rampage, then Dynamite.
That's crazy. And Elevation and Dark. I mean, you'll see most of these guys.
Tony Khan is playing the Vince McMahon book.
When we're sitting here saying that AEW and WWE both have their flaws and different, honestly, yes, they do have flaws, but you know what you're getting out of WWE. AEW is pulling the 90s wrestling era storylines and putting it into now's product. And everything that has been on WCW is going in AEW as well. The stuff that was working in WCW, we put into this AEW stuff. So when we're sitting here saying, oh, these are different, we already kind of assume what AEW storylines are if you go back and watch the Attitude Era. I mean, am I wrong when I'm saying this? Like, literally, most of these storylines I've watched, I can go back and watch it on
How much
Peacock
more
or whatever.
before you say, okay, enough is enough, and this is too much?
I mean, it's just like y'all gotta slow it down. My thing is when we bring a wrestling approach, it's not about if someone can do the moves. It's not. I mean, clearly we're watching big guys that can't really move, but they look destructive because of their gimmick, their character, and stuff like that. Bring that back, bring that focus in, and then you can bring back a wider wrestling audience, in my opinion. That's my honest opinion about all of wrestling. That's why NWA is doing so much better, in my opinion, than most right now, because it's based off of gimmick wrestling. It's not based off of flashy moves and all this stuff. It's based off of promo skills and your character. Those are the two main things of wrestling. It's not based off of your moves. The moves anybody can do. Anybody. And I dare someone to sit here and tell me that you can't.
It's funny because it's true. Well observed.
I dare somebody to tell me you can't.
Oh, if I had a live mic.
Tyler, I
You're
wish.
looking to come on this, Tyler. Why don't you just say so? I can send you the link right now. Back card.
That's crazy, man.
Perfect prime example. Yes. Shout out to back card.
I mean, it's like when we talk about guys like that and stuff, man. He's just making a proven. And don't be shocked when you see Matt Cardona sign a WWE contract soon.
Uh-oh.
Don't be shocked. Don't be shocked.
He coming back.
Don't be shocked.
No,
and he's gonna come back at like a Royal Rumble or something like that, and it's gonna be impactful. Don't be shocked. It's the end game. Everybody, we want to shoot it down. Whatever. The end game is still WWE.
Yep.
Technically, yes.
If you want to be mad at me, I'm just stating the facts.
I mean,
this is
technically,
one indie guy.
All right. Technically, it's like if you can make it in WWE, you can make it anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's
exactly.
If you can make it in New York or you can make it to Cali, you can make it anywhere.
That's like what Triple H referenced, and I had so many of my friends get so offended by this about indie wrestlers have bad habits, more bad habits than college athletes and stuff. They're not lying.
Yo, Dookie, check your inbox on Twitter.
They're not lying because one, college athletes is easier to coach and figure out to adapt to what they're trying to find. Indie guys like us, we've only seen it as one style. We see it hey, this worked at a bingo hall. This can work in WWE. This can work in AEW. This can work in Impact. These are like, we're looking at it as like, hey, I'll prove them that I can get this gimmick over. And then when you go over there, you don't get that same restoration because guess what? Everybody can do the exact same moves as you are doing.
Yep.
Everybody.
Every person's goal is to get to WWE by any means necessary or any source,
regardless.
And that's why you get the name changes. That's why you get the character water downs and stuff like that. It's because guess what? They're paying your bills, bro. They're paying your bills. You're making an ass load of money to bump on your shoulders, your neck, whatever you want to say. You're getting an ass load of money on it. This shit is not easy.
It is not easy.
Whoa! Where did that come from? Whoa!
But this is every day for them, though. We gotta preach, and we gotta give our roses and our appreciation for them too.
I mean, the one thing I like about AEW is now you don't need WWE production to get on TV.
Oh, wait a minute, Tyler. I mean, Warren, your worst nightmare just came back. Tyler Starks. No,
what's up, Starks?
Not uploaded yet, so you're lucky this time, but it will be up by tomorrow.
Damn it. Anyways, I just wanted to comment something
Yeah.
real quick about what he just said. That's it. You were talking
Come
about
on.
how
Oh,
we don't care about like the moves and whatnot. You saying that makes me think you haven't seen the way that the pro wrestling fan base has evolved. No one really likes seeing the how do I put it? The stereotypical like Kevin Nash style of big man anymore. I mean, the perfect example I always go back to is whenever Triple H booked Dijakovic versus Keith Lee. Two athletic big guys just pulling moves out the ass for no reason. And that people love those kind of matches now with like the bigger guys. Hence why Keith Lee is such a popular act because he's a 350 pound dude pulling out cross bodies and moonsaults and all this stuff. Like, it's not the time to go back to like I said, Kevin Nash style of big men. Hell, Wardlow's the closest thing to it, but he's still one big ass athlete. You know what I mean?
I mean, still, you got to know your audience. That's the main thing. You have to know your audience. And like how you just said, they
And
did all those
I
moves.
think he does. I think he
wait,
does, considering.
Are you sure they know their audience?
I mean, considering that
If
if
they
you,
only headlined an NXT show, do you really think they knew their audience?
I think they fit whatever their audience wanted. Yes.
Okay, so do you see Dijakovic headlining shows doing exactly the same moves that he did that match with Keith Lee?
I mean, like you're saying, like on the main roster.
I'm talking in general. Like, have you seen that they headlined exactly the big moves that he done when he was doing that match with Keith Lee? Have you seen him do that with anyone else outside of NXT?
No.
No.
Point exact. Know your audience. It doesn't
Well,
work.
actually,
It's
wait,
not
actually,
making
no.
sense.
He did that stuff in Ring of Honor beforehand, but that's different.
The Dijakovic guy?
Yeah, because he was Donovan Dijak in
Yeah,
Ring
he
of
was
Honor.
Donovan Dijak. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
so he did
saying.
that stuff in Ring of Honor,
But what I'm saying is when it's not the big plateau move set that you need for these guys. Like, I get it. We are all in the generation now that there's no such thing as, oh, you could only be a muscle guy to be in a wrestler. No. But what I'm saying is a gimmick character because wrestling is a violent theatric. You're in the ring, you have to show moves to actually have a feeling for an audience. Like, what I'm saying is when you're doing all these fast-paced moves, like what you just said about Keith Lee and stuff, the only reason why a crowd was really into it because it's not really been done. We haven't seen that often. It's something to pull out like randomly, like one time, like on big platform shows, something like that. Those are the only times that you really should see those. You shouldn't see those on what we call back then the Sunday night heats and the velocities and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is you have to know how to get an audience feeling. The reason why that was so good because we didn't get it much. And that's the problem what I got with most of the wrestling now is we see all the moves. We've seen everything that's going on. But what can you do to show me in that ring that will make me have a feeling towards the babyface or the heel? You can't do it when you're doing all those crazy spot fests. Kurt Angle, all these guys have sat here and said this stuff flat out is reason why wrestling is what it is now is because we've had so many spot fests and people have literally said wrestling is like watching tennis. It's hard to keep up with. If you're doing nonstop matches, exactly that same style, say it like this. If you had Ricochet way before he went to WWE, Ricochet versus Will Ospreay, I think that's a great example. You had that match, and then you just had that Keith Lee and Dijakovic match at the exact same time. Would you have the same feeling? Because you just saw the
me
exact same
personally,
moves.
I would, but that's me personally.
That's what I'm saying, but it's different opinions. That's why wrestling is what it is now. But what
No,
I'm
I get
saying
you
is,
100%.
if you're seeing two big dudes do exactly the same thing those little guys do, does that kind of like kill the moves for the little guys?
I mean, it's not going to be exactly the same.
Because that's what I get what you're saying on that. But what I'm saying is, the smaller guys, we've always been labeled as what?
Well, no. Obviously, smaller guys, you expect them to be more agile,
The
faster.
flippy dippy, athletic,
Yeah.
and all the
So then when you see a
supernatural
big
guys.
guy breaking that barrier, I get it.
It buries the younger guy's talent because now, I mean, bro, that's how I was taught in wrestling. That buries your moves now because guess what? What's my purpose of being on that card if I got a big guy doing the exact same moves I can do?
I do get what he's saying.
No, it's not that I don't get it. It's just that obviously me being on the younger side and seeing how the actual
that's what I'm saying. You got two different opinions. Like, how old are you?
Well, no, I'm about to say, I'm only 19.
Okay, you're 19. I'm 30. So yes, we've got two different perspectives when we come to the sport of wrestling. So yes, I get totally what your opinion is because now you're in that younger audience. You got wrestling as what New Japan has been wrestling forever. And
I mean, I
now
started off with New Japan, so yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you came off of not just watching the that's been out for so long. So you have a different experience when it comes to that wrestling visual. So it's like a different mindset.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with me, like I said, me being just, on the younger side of fans and having to go back and watch, I see how crowd reactions and, interactions have evolved over time. That's just me. I've just had to look and see, okay, so as you move on in time, you want to see less of this, but more of this, and just watch that progression.
It's just the timing. Like, say, like on a match card. Say, like, for a perfect wrestling show, in my opinion, you shouldn't go no more than 8 matches. Period. 8 matches. If you had 8 matches on that card, how many matches on that card would you want that type of style to be on? That you literally could be on the edge of your seat that entire show.
I'd say 5 with 3 little burnout matches.
3 little burnout matches. So
3 burnout
matches.
Could
watch 2. So you could watch 5 fast-paced matches, and then like 3 like
3 burnout
concession stand matches, basically. Okay.
Not concession stand, but just slower style.
That's always been my terminology when we say a different type of match.
Well, concession stand to me means literally walking away from the match.
I mean, back then, like that slang used to be okay, either a woman's squash match or like the up and coming, what we call it, enhancement match. So those were 2 different things. But so, like I said, with the younger audience, you said you could watch 5 matches like that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people think different. Like they want that expression. So say like Hurricane, great example. Him being a damn superhero. How many times, do you see his matches where he could literally just be that flippy dippy guy and fans just sat there and looked at the match and they're just like, okay, this is okay. But when he showed a character and embraced the choke slam, which the crowd, you knew how obnoxious and dumb it was, but you could have a feeling to it. That one is what got him over instead of just doing crossbodies and jumping in and out of the ring. Like I'm just saying, you got to know that type of way to get the crowd's feeling. Yeah, definitely. I'm not even lying about that.
Enormous help.
Funny guy, right here.
Almost is proven he is not able to bump after that Bobby Lashley match. God have mercy.
Yo,
God have mercy.
We've been on this topic. This was a great topic to actually discuss. Thank God I actually brought that shit up.
I did like that little debate, man.
No, it's not even a debate. Great. It's just I wouldn't even call that a debate. That's a conversation. So
NBA playoffs is underway, yo. We got respectable teams. Well, technically not Dre's though. Dre's United team is his.
Mine ain't. Don't feel bad, Dre. Mine will never make it.
We got the playoffs.
Hey, I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying it. It's looking good.
What the hell are we expecting
Philly
in these playoffs, ladies and gentlemen?
Hey, man, the Boston and the Brooklyn game.
You see my season's up 2-0 on Brooklyn, smacking these motherfuckers.
Shout out KT.
But we gotta wait.
Think they coming back?
Game 3 on Saturday in their place. So I want to see what the fuck happens there. If we can keep up the intensity on the defensive end,
is it on Brooklyn?
We might be able to do a gentleman's sweep. I'm not gonna say a road sweep though.
Wait,
I say
Blackheart.
one or
So you're a
two.
Boston fan too, because you're from that area, right?
Yes, I am, sir.
I mean, my favorite player growing up was Ray Allen. So my first
Oh,
real
that's my
experience
dog
was
right there.
Paul
my
Pierce.
first experience was that last season in Seattle before he moved to Boston. So I was like, man, you know what? I'll just move with him, and I just stayed.
Hey man, the legit big three. I mean, those guys.
Yeah.
Boston's that one literally trademarks the big three in my
All
opinion.
I'm saying, ooh,
I love
ooh,
Ray Allen.
ooh, all I'm saying is, Kyrie, you had 10 points, G.
Yeah, he did only have 10.
Bro. Oh man, but I just want to see.
That's like that game with Trae Young. Trae Young had 8.
Yeah, 8
What
points.
the freak? What?
Bruh.
I almost shook my TV. I said, "What was this? A video game? What
Right?
was this?"
I said, hold up, this a
He said that.
Somebody hit pause on this man. They hit him a cheat code.
Hey, y'all bullying. Hey,
Decisions are
Embiid
up,
bullying
right
Toronto,
now.
brother. That
They
ain't
look like
fair,
they're
man.
about to do a sweep 2 in Toronto
Bruh.
as of I think what.
If Harden
tomorrow
could
or
keep it
Friday or
going,
something.
man. If Harden could keep it up and roll with
The
that
Mavericks
team,
right
it could
now,
be a
that
nasty.
situation right now, if he's gone for the remainder of the season, I don't think the Mavericks are going to survive this round against the Jazz.
Who's up? Who's out?
The Jazz should not be going to the next
Luka's out for
round.
2 weeks.
Luka's out.
Luka's out for
Yeah,
2
they're
weeks.
done. They're done.
Luka's out for 2 weeks. Devin Booker, he's out for 2 weeks. Like
I did see the thing about Booker. Yeah, that was
Bro, that game was so sad, man. That was so sad. He led them back from like down 18 to down 3 going into the next quarter, and he got hurt immediately. I'm like,
I mean, that you were saying nothing about your Pelicans right now.
huh? What about Pelicans?
You were saying nothing about your Pelicans right now.
Oh, as in my hometown team? Brandon Ingram,
not CJ McCollum, shit like that. You got
Brandon Ingram, CJ didn't do shit.
Pelicans have came up a lot though, man. Y'all actually did better when y'all got rid of AD. I will say that. Like, I didn't think that.
And look how AD been playing ever since. I mean,
he's a rental now.
Bro, he's like Dwight Howard when he left Orlando.
Middleton's out too. The Bulls and Bucks this time 1-1 right now. DeRozan went for 51 last night. I was like, what?
Oh my gosh. DeRozan's still proving he's in that game, bro. He's still proving he can do it.
He's pulling off something, yo, for real. But listen, he has a bunch of care. Oh, so
wait.
Who's that?
Is Cage talking about Middleton? Because Middleton's an actual MCL sprain. It's not a tear.
Yeah, it was an MCL sprain for Middleton. That's gonna be a major loss for the Bucks if Middleton ain't good, bro.
Cage, that's a no shit moment now, ain't it?
Injury prone AD, bro. He's made off of paper clips.
Overpaid and done nothing.
Now the league has got like
he got unibrow.
Absolutely nothing.
He embraced the brow, man.
I mean, that's if we think about it realistically,
listen,
that was 2 bad trades within like 3 years.
Homeboy could have trademarked a new logo for his brow for like a Nike logo or something. Come on.
Nah, that shit, nah, man, that shit, nah.
Make it LA and then the symbol of the brow right across.
He's a broken rental truck. But looking at this whole thing, man, Miami looks like they there. Force.
They there.
I can see them potentially going to the final.
Them boys looking like the Avengers right now. They went back in time and took it all over. They said, "You don't need no Dwayne Wade. You don't need LeBron."
You know what's gonna be weird about this? Why am I seeing a Suns versus Heat finals?
Ooh, no, I don't see that. I don't see it.
I know who I want to see, but I'm biased as shit.
I don't think the Suns are gonna make it.
I think they might because I don't think that small lineup with the Warriors right now it's gonna get them all the way to the Western Conference Finals smoothly. There's no way.
How many people are on the Warriors bandwagon right now?
It's proving a point to me too that I'm like, oh, okay.
I wouldn't even say the Warriors bandwagon. I'm gonna call it the Jordan Poole bandwagon because
yeah, that's the best way to put it. Like, bro, I got so many people at my job talking about Golden State gonna take it all. I'm like, no.
I mean, I was a fan of Jordan Poole when he was actually in Michigan, so I'm like, he's gonna end up doing something. And then that first year, he was god awful. Don't know what happened. Second year, he's like, you know what? Let me bounce back real quick. And now you're the best guard on the team, not named Stephen Curry, because Clay's been out for how many games?
For how many
I
years?
mean, Clay, Draymond, all these
I'm
guys, bro.
talking
They've been in and out of that lineup.
Blackheart. I'm talking specifically this season.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fuck me.
I wasn't talking Clay's like
Curry.
2 years of rehab, man.
Hey, that's Curry's reaction every time he sits there and sees somebody get hurt. Every time it's like, "Dadgummit, y'all left me hanging again."
Yo, I don't appreciate the Boston disrespect, Cage.
Right, man. At least gives the Eastern Conference Finals at least face.
I don't see the Bucks doing it after Middleton's out, because Middleton is that dude that carried them last year.
Off the bench though, too, man, that helps on Golden State as well. So if they keep doing that, yeah, that's gonna be scary.
Curry coming off the bench. That was a cheat
situation to deal with.
That they activated the IRL cheat code doing that.
They brought backyard basketball back. The
what?
upgrades.
Ain't no reason Curry coming off the bench with 36 points. That's cheating.
Yes, sir. Tune in at 8:30 for WrestleNary, the AEW edition, where I got Top Row Squishy taking on Courtney from Midwest Marks later on. Thank you for the Boston Sixers Eastern Conference Finals.
So you wait.
It's gonna be the Heat and maybe Boston.
Wait. No. This is a genuine thing.
No. Is not playing. I'm not giving up no hope. I'm not shutting down no shade on Milwaukee at all. All. Because
I just realized something.
They're supposed to lose, they end up winning.
That is true.
I just realized something. This is crazy. I realized something.
To shoot his fucking free throws now. I'm done. You motherfuckers got.
In fact, no. Blackheart, look at this. He says Boston Sixers in the East Finals, but Philadelphia advances. Are you forgetting that Al Horford is the one big man that knows how to
what about
speed?
Next week we get Tyler and KPG to come on for WrestleNary next week. Y'all can test y'all games.
Shit.
I know I still got
and wait. Shit.
When it comes to their winner circle one.
Sorry, what time is WrestleNary?
Next week we'll be back at 7. Next week will be 7, but tonight's 8:30.
Oh, 8:30 tonight. Oh yeah, that's right.
Top Row Switch, you gotta finish the show first. But no, listen, I'm not listening, but back to that point. With Antetokounmpo, unless he's not playing, you gotta go with Milwaukee at least to get the Eastern Conference Finals. And they're the fucking defending champions. That gives Milton enough time to heal up to come back.
How long they give him so far that he's going to be out for?
They're saying Milton's going to be out 2 weeks.
I mean, if they can get through this round, whatever. I mean,
it's already.
Easily.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Get them right back, and it's not like they ever lost.
It's probably going to be more like Milwaukee versus the Heat the next round.
Oh, I think the Heat gonna take it though. He is looking
and
nasty,
that's what I'm
bro.
afraid for. That's what I'm saying. Like Jimmy Butler,
he is looking like Thanos taking Infinity Stones right now.
That they got in Miami right now, you may not think it's much, but bro, they disciplined as fuck, and their defense is crazy.
Last year, when Milwaukee was playing,
shooting from out of nowhere.
Literally last year, when Milwaukee had to face Atlanta in conference finals that Atlanta ended up making it to, I literally said every single game, you guard the pick and roll, Trae Young is boxed.
Mm-hmm.
And Miami proved it. You literally, I call it playing half and half defense, where you're basically in the middle of that, basically in the middle of the paint, where you're right by the restricted area. When Trae Young calls for a pick and roll, you do that. He doesn't know where to go and ends up doing something that's not good for the team. 8 points, 1 for 12.
It was the same play for like 7 times.
You literally just go right by the restricted area, just stand there with your arm up.
Bro, I thought it was an invisible wall he was running through every time. I was like, this son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
You can see the coach just sitting there going like, "What? Why?
You happy now, bitch?
Damn it, Trey!"
Dang it, Bobby.
Have to.
Motherfucker.
They're
Shit.
Oh yeah, no, Hawks definitely
It's-
didn't stand a
So
chance from jump because Capella and Collins are both hurt. That don't excuse the fact that you literally
you
just
got Trey
snagged a little
Young scoring how many
8
points a
points.
game, and then
the
he only
last
scored 8
game,
points
the last game
on
that
the
he scored 8
playoffs.
points?
Not a regular season game where you're scoring almost 20 to 30 points a game. You're scoring 8 points in the playoffs.
How do you take
Come
a man
on.
averaging 28 and 10 for the season down to 8 points? I would love to
8
know.
points in the playoffs.
It's all defense.
Oh,
Period. And Miami has defense. Period.
Miami's got,
So apparently,
Miami's got
don't be sleeping
everything
on
going on right now.
that motherfucking team that Pat Riley had assembled for the last 5 years.
Pat Riley's like, I've been waiting on this.
Right. He's been waiting for this shit for so fucking long. He's just sitting back manifesting. He's like, yep.
also, screw that dude Duncan Robinson. You better choose. You better start shooting consistently, man. I'm tired of you picking and choosing.
Because that's been one of my favorite head coaches of all time.
Pat Riley, yeah, absolutely.
Duncan Robinson been effing up all my people's fantasy because he be so streaky. Ain't no reason
I'm
one
sure a
game you
lot of
shoot
people
3
get
for
upset about
14,
that.
and the next you shoot 8 for 12. You better. Tired of it, Duncan. All right. I need to know what Boston can potentially play against. I'm tired of this.
Hey, he might have picked himself on that roster, and he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm setting myself out this week. I'm gonna play okay. Next week, I'm gonna ball out."
I can't stand that.
How many players do you think so far in the league, like NFL, NBA, all them? How many of those guys you think they have their own self as on their fantasy team, and they're like, not this week.
Exactly.
Not this
it
week.
has to be a good bit. Ain't no way.
For a long ass time, and now
There should be a rule that hey, you can't play fantasy league when you play.
Oh, what? Man, who was it that they just found him?
I mean, referees probably do that exact same thing.
Who was it that the NFL just suspended for a year because he was doing that?
Doing what?
I can't. The fantasy
he was betting on himself in fantasy.
Oh, I think it was a Colts football. I think it was a Colts player. I mean, a Cowboy player.
No, it was Calvin Ridley for the Falcons.
Calvin Ridley, yeah, that's right, yeah. Calvin Ridley.
Mans was betting on himself in
Hey, you know that saying, he knows his worth.
Eric, and you gotta give him credit as well. But Pat Riley was the one who actually assembled.
Pat Riley's the one who assembled that team.
Yeah,
Pat Riley. Say Eric put that together.
His due first.
Well, no, Cage was saying that because Blackheart accidentally kept calling Pat Riley head coach.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was about to say.
No, I said he was one of my favorite head coaches of all time. That's what.
But Pat Riley has been GM.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the GM's coaching goes more through than the head coach.
Pat Riley right now is 100% like the best GM when it came to rebuilding after, LeBron left and whatnot. I'll give it 4 years or however long it is, and watch what Sam Presti does with OKC and all them draft picks.
True that. Don't sleep on OKC just yet either. And maybe
them boys got like 18 first round picks in the next like 3 drafts.
I did it Bruins.
Are they bringing back? Are they bringing back the Sonics? Are they bringing that back?
Seattle would end up being its own team if they bring it back.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they're gonna have to relocate. It's that.
I heard there was a rumor they were trying to get Seattle's team.
They were thinking about adding Seattle or like Las Vegas for an NBA team.
I mean,
Las Vegas, I can see that.
Vegas could be definitely a good marquee.
I mean, they've already got a WNBA team, so that one is the most logical one.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy how much Vegas has grown now. Now getting their own pro teams and shit, especially in NFL and shit like that. That's crazy. Dre left.
Well, he probably couldn't get back in. And you know how sometimes that be WWE. You ain't shit, bitch. We watching you.
Because
We
he took a
watching
mental
you.
health
We've
break
been
to go
copyrighting our
gamble,
stuff in the
not
last
the
several
gambling
weeks.
itself. The fact he left and then gambled.
I was just saying with Adam, what's his name? Adam Schefter. He was just saying it was a suspension because of the just gambling. Because
We
it's
were
actually
assuming.
a rule you don't gamble on yourself in the NFL at all.
Right.
You want to know who did that and lost the Hall of Fame induction? Pete
Point
Rose.
shaving, motherfucker.
There it is. There it is.
He did a Pete Rose, man.
No, they didn't do no Pete Rose. They did a Boston College. They did a fucking Henry Hill scheme.
Oh shit!
Wow.
We're going way back now. Henry Hill.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Damn.
I ain't heard that name in a minute.
You betting
Damn.
you betting on yourself, and then what if you hit rock
Hey,
bottom?
Dre said the internet's
Where
giving
you
him
gonna
problems.
get your money from? Loan sharks. Who's loan shark works for? The mob. Eventually, you're gonna go in deep.
Love you, Dre. See you.
Dre, if you're in the wins, we appreciate you, buddy.
Always my buddy.
I guess Tyler just took over the damn spot. But yo, final thoughts before we end this episode of Conviction Talk. Life's crazy. The world's full of black and gray. Free ASAP Rocky on that gun charge. Let's go C's. Fuck Brooklyn. No disrespect to New York, but you know it's a Boston and New York thing, so you know that's been the dawn of destiny.
Where is the game at this time? Is it in Brooklyn?
Game 3's
the
game
next
3 and
two
4
are in Brooklyn.
Ooh, that might be a turning point.
So I don't know about. I mean, I'm hoping not. I'm hoping we can steal one.
You know how
Indiana.
NBA teams are.
One,
Those
you might
home
as well
field
call it.
advantages take advantage, bro.
That's why I said a gentleman's sweep, and we win Game 5 at home.
If y'all win game, I could see that. I mean, even anything. I mean, y'all win.
Yeah,
game five,
if we win one of the games in Brooklyn, that's the game changer.
I think we can do it in Game 5.
Yeah, I can see that.
Otherwise, you gotta wait till Game 7 to come back home to play 7 games. Nah, can't risk it.
And it's still the first round.
Right?
And then you gotta think about your next
I'd
opponent.
be so mad, bro. The team that you gotta play next has just been like they're sitting in the spot with the feet hanged out and everything.
Well,
right? And then if you're facing the Sixers the next round and they're about to go do a sweep, they got enough right.
You know how many teams have done that though? It's insane.
Yeah. I personally wanted the Brooklyn Boston series to go 6 games just because, I mean, the slap in the face of being able to win against them in Brooklyn. On top of that, the longer series would allow more time for Rob Williams to come back.
Ramadan. It's
Ramadan.
It's Ramadan, Kyrie. 10-point having ass motherfucker.
Oh man, I was like,
how you play 40 minutes ago? 10 points.
Certain people know my disdain, my hatred for Kyrie Irving, so I'm not going to display it here. I said enough already. I said I did my part as a Celtics fan and a Celtics diehard fan. Just a Boston sports fan, just in general.
40 minutes, 10 points.
I said it before. I said it again. That whole trade with Kyrie should have never even happened. Called it.
No.
Anytime somebody tries to say Kyrie owns y'all, that's all I'm gonna respond with. 40 minutes, 10 points. That's all I'm gonna respond with. That's it.
You are a piece of fucking shit.
Damn, Kyrie's so skilled. Right? So how come the defensive player of the year was able to outscore him?
You know that saying? People be like, it happens.
Oh, does it? Oh, really? So it happens to people who play 40 minutes?
Hey, I've seen worse sometimes. I mean, it's crazy.
You can't say this.
At least when he was in Cleveland with LeBron, he was able to still put up 20.
See, here's the thing about this, and I'm just going to end it on this note. Kyrie is no Batman, okay?
Kyrie's Robin.
No Batman. He will forever be Dick Grayson. He's going to evolve.
He don't even get Robin?
Can you actually let me finish this analogy, please? He's going to forever be a Robin until he goes on another team by himself and get his own city, which means he becomes Nightwing. And even by that time period, he still be second fiddle to Bruce Wayne, aka Batman.
Oh damn.
Know your DC history.
Oh damn.
Know your DC history, folks.
Which Batman? Robert Pattinson Batman? You know, which one we go with?
Okay. Neither.
He said neither.
If I had to just quickly choose one, neither. Folks, give me a solid thing. Like shit, subscribe. Be notified and hit the bell. Leave a comment below.
Hashtag Kyrie's Robin.
Hashtag fuck Kyrie.
Hashtag Ramadan 10.
Oh damn.
Oh man.
Hey, it's all
Kyrie Grayson or some shit like that.
Kyrie Grayson. Hey, there you go.
Hey,
Kyrie Grayson.
Yeah.
That could be on the back of his jersey. Kyrie.
Still fighting, even though he's on wobbly legs.
Jimmy Uso, the legal man. I don't know. Realize.
That was ugly. Fuck you, Kyrie. You ain't shit, bitch. So, Warren. You know what to do. Wait, hold on. Shout out to Dukes. I had to play help
Dukes.
him.
We miss you, buddy. Hope you getting better.
Oh no, he's better. He's hyped. He can't wait for tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No pillow for Dukes this week.
Oh no, he's not. He's full.
He's ready. He's ready.
He's full of energy right now. Like, oh, he got that.
Gotta get his shoulders pumped. He's ready to go. Ready to go. He gonna have a good camera and everything.
Probably not, but we'll have to wait and see.
Hey, this is always a great time. Tyler, it was definitely a good one to have a chat with you on about this because I mean there's so many wrestling fans that have that analogy, and I mean that is what we've kind of needed to get brung out sometimes just because the people need to know, hey, the different types and stuff like that. So it was always great to have a chat with you on this. And you're really good on arguing and stuff. I definitely give you props on that. I give you that. I give it. I do like.
Had it not been for my focus on like soccer before I ended up hurting my leg again, I probably would have been a professional debater. If I'm being honest, that was what my entire school was trying to get me to do, and I'm like, nah, I'd rather not.
Hey.
Tell me, he didn't just say that.
You son of a bitch!
Professional debater.
Hey, boy, hey, it's always a pleasure. But guys, check out my podcast tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. We will be chatting with Eric John, a guy that is a life coach, personal trainer, stuff like that. He basically the biggest thing that he changed from lifting heavy from pursuing into amateur wrestling in college and stuff like that. He changed his background from always constantly lifting heavy to changing it up to lifting smarter. And we're going to talk about the difficulties that he had going through those changes and stuff like that, and finding out the true meaning of your why. So check it out. Buzzing with Marlo will be streaming live on YouTube, Twitter, at the Buzzing with Marlo page, Facebook at the Buzzing with Marlo group page, and on the Buzzing with Marlo podcast page. So check him out. Also, we will be on Twitch. So check it out, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And the audio will be out the next day. So check it out. Episode 94.
6 more left to 100.
6 to go. 6 to go.
Sorry, I'm about
Always with the scenarios.
Whatever, man. But y'all motherfuckers love me anyway. Last but not least, our youngin in the group. Shut up.
All right.
Just stop it. Tyler Starks.
Appreciate y'all rocking with us. Make sure to, like they said, like, subscribe, comment other things you'd like us to talk about in future episodes. And I'm gonna be changing my Twitter. So if you guys actually want to get in touch with me, I will. You're son of a bitch, Blackheart, but F it. From now on, you will find me on Twitter at Tyler Starks 27. No spaces, spelt just like that.
That's gold, Jerry. Gold.
Thank you.
Hey man, Shiz just loves you 3,000. That's all that matters.
Yo, Warren, fuck you. Leave me alone. Yo, I mean, it put a smile on my face. I was expecting that anyway. So now, hey, that means it meant something to him. That's all it said. See?
Change this Twitter, bro. That's big.
Shit, man, that's me doing the same thing too every once in a while. Gotta know people, you know what I'm saying, man? You gotta be jumping and jiving some people.
Gotta adapt.
Swerve.
Adapt. He found his true calling. He is now Tyler Starks.
I'm gonna really have to buy an FTW championship.
Yes, you are. And make sure before we go out of here, hit the pose.
Always remember that the revolution is televised.
Hey, Jay was here. He be shouting out his podcast too. Catch him, like, subscribe to his channel, the 11:30 podcast. He got a new episode coming out tomorrow. Time 11:30, and another one. No, actually, Talk Pro Wrestling is tomorrow. Excuse me. So yes, definitely make sure that you hit that. Show him some love as well. And pretty damn soon.
It's his original, not the Talk Pro Wrestling this week.
Pretty soon we're going to talk on season's break, but as for us at OTTR headquarters, we got Wrestling Area tonight, live at 8:30, AEW edition, folks, where we got two of the AEW's biggest fanatics themselves, Maddie from Top Row Squishy, and we got Courtney representing the Midwest Marks podcast. Is going to be coming on. They're going to duke it out, and I can't wait. Then tomorrow, of course, we're back at the regular schedule timing, 11:15. Eastern Standard Time, live for Last Week of Wrestling.
E Dukes is back, ladies and gentlemen.
And yes, E Dukes is back. He will make his epic return, along with some other stuff. And
I heard he's got a new entrance.
Who will be the number one contender by this Saturday for our prediction show for Impact Wrestling's Rebellion pay-per-view this weekend. So, Tyler, I'm going to be sending you the match card, and you make your picks, and good luck to you. And deadline will be for you,
Josh Alexander versus Moose.
At least at some point Friday night.
That's gonna ridiculous.
Or Saturday afternoon. That's for everyone else. Oh, one more thing too. Donate to the GoFundMe. Help us get to New York. Stop being cheap, motherfuckers. Y'all know the deal. For real.
That's the best way. I love it.
That's
hilarious.
Best
way. I love it. Hey, donate. Don't be cheap.
Yeah, don't be cheap with it. Don't be saying yeah. And nothing the fuck happens.
Don't be giving us McDonald's money. We want the Burger King. We want it our way.
Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we meet y'all. Adieu. Catch y'all later.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?